right, good morning, cyber traders. Happy Friday. Welcome back. Hopefully everybody's excited for the weekend, second week after Memorial Day. Good to see you, Gene. Good to see you, Charles. Thank you very much, Phil. Welcome. Nice to be back again. Josh is going to be on vacation this week. Well, I don't know about a week. It's already the weekend, so he's going to gave some time off to kind of like reboot the whatever you want to call it, the batteries. You know, getting ready to trade. But listen, we're having a very interesting morning already. We have this AMLX. I just want to point this out really quick because if you're watching YouTube or Facebook right now, look at this beautiful iceberg order that showed up from nowhere. Doesn't sound like a lot, 15,000, but when you go back and you look at this really quick, and you start seeing here where program trading just started kicking in, as soon as this guy bumped in around 13 with 15,000 shares, boom, the thing went to 14 like that. Beautiful runner. We found it early this morning. You could see it's on the watch list. When we had that watch list in pre-market, you know, we opened up right before 8 a.m., posted up by the time I was able to chat and everything else. I mean, I had the room open at 7:45. We saw it right there, and let me just go back here because this is pretty much where we need to look at and go back 2 hours and show you where we're at. Just have to bring back the data over there. There we go. So right around here, when I found the stock moving this morning, there was a bunch of iceberg orders right here around the 12:40, and then boom, we had a really, really nice pop. So listen, the market's not open. We're not open yet. And some of you here, you know, like I said, you're like, well, it's 9:30. Isn't that when the market? No, it opens up earlier. And that's why a lot of you here in the cyber group room always, like I always tell you, early bird gets the money, okay? And that's where it was. But that's only one. We had a few other stocks that have moved also. But I want to talk about some of the stocks we traded yesterday before we go out there. We had a lot of stocks on our watch list for a Thursday, and there were a couple of really nice moves. I mean, granted, the stock is up 38%. But we had a lot of yesterday. We had this. We had VRNR that was on our watch list. You could see this stock, great run up. Right out of the gate, ran from about $13.50 all the way to $16. Listen, these are all day trades. I don't know what's up with this RBLX. It's like it always shows up in our watch list. The long-term chart looks crappy, but the morning you can see it definitely got a lot going on right there. Norman's saying the SOFA is moving. SOFA? Yeah. Well, that good call right there, Norman. That one's definitely going on the watch list. You got to check that one out. Let me put it on my level 4 also. Let me put that over here. Hold on one second. Let me type it in so I get the data on that one. But we're definitely going to keep an eye on that one. Great call right there. Cheap stock, nice spread, great trend, great everything. Beautiful. Nice call right there. But there were a lot of good stocks that we traded. For some of you, I'll just post this up again. This was just yesterday's watch list that we had. And this is from Rich. Let me put this into YouTube. I mean, you guys are getting it in the, you know, you get it on the watch list right there also, but just put that in there so you guys can watch it. Those are pretty much the stocks that we traded yesterday that had some really nice pushes going into the afternoon. VTNR was, like I said, was beautiful. Roblox, AMC, some decent volume. You know, now it's starting to back off. The CVNA, that was awesome, 25 to 30. Stock was a $200 and my God, $50 stock, Carvana. You know what I mean? Let me tell you, I gotta point this out. Like, I'm doing okay with my swing trades. My day trades, my swing trades. Let me tell you, I kind of took a little bit of a hit. I kind of stopped. I mean, you look at what's happening with the Dow. We're down right now, about 200 points. And if you look at the overall where we're at with the Dow over the course of the year, we had a little bit of a bounce around 31,000. But let me tell you, I think it's a lot worse than that. Let me tell you, I told you this before about 3 months ago about oil, and you know, Jamie Dimon, you know, the head of was it Chase Bank where he works at, and he said himself, he wouldn't be shocked if we see 150, 175 oil. And he was talking about, did you hear his interview? He was saying, like, he sees this big hurricane. It looks nice and sunny today, but it's just right outside. This guy is not stupid, Okay. I think President Trump actually wanted to make him a Treasury Secretary, the head of the Reserve at one point. And he actually declined. He actually wanted to stick what he was doing. But he's not a dumb guy, okay? He knows his shit. And, every time I hear him, I've learned a lot from him when I saw the financial crisis, when it came back and stuff like that. And let me tell you, every CEO, this is how I have a lot of respect for him. Every CEO, when the financial crisis was around, every single one of them listened to him more than anyone, better than the head of, and believe it or not, you guys tell me if you all know all the CEOs of all the top banks, and he's probably the only one that's most outspoken, the most respected. But for him to say something like that, yeah, like I said, I'm in cash. I am in cash. The only thing I'm worried about is my IRAs. But catastrophes make opportunities, so let's keep an eye on it. Musk said he's worried too. I know, Wendy, Musk just said himself that he's cutting 10% of his force. And, listen, these guys, they're not stupid. They're not stupid. I mean, even the CEO of Facebook, that woman resigned. I mean, that's pretty bad. I mean, to resign on a big position like that, and she said she's worried about her reputation. So let me tell you, there's a lot going on, and the big problem right now is everything right now is going to be political because we're going into an election year. So one thing you got to be really careful what's going to happen with the market. You see what's happened with the gun laws. You hear they're going to try to push all these things that are going to be going on. You heard what happened. We all know everything with COVID. I don't really see that much really going on that much with a lot of the vaccine stocks and everything else. But there have been a lot of good stocks that are moving. And that's why some of you sitting there, is this the bottom? Is this the bottom? Is this the bottom? Is this the bottom? I don't know when the bottom is. All I know is when we day trade, what we teach you, you got to be conservative, and that's really where it comes down to it. So let's go through some of the stocks. I don't want to start boring everybody with a lot of these things. Diamond was so smart. He needed taxpayers' funds to bail him out. Hey, you know what? I agree with you, and I was so against that from day one. But somehow he's able to get it, and we were the stupid ones that gave him the money because we're the ones that put these people in office to give him the money. Okay, but when you're a trader and you understand how the bank system works, my fellow YouTuber right now that's on there, I don't want to sit there and bore us with this because I want to get through the watch list. Let me tell you, if you find out how much leverage, they really could have collapsed. I don't know if you were around back then. It was pretty damn scary though. But they were so smart. And I'm going to tell everybody this, and I say it every single time. You want to learn more about the financial crisis, about Jamie Dimon and how they screwed the taxpayers, everything else. You might not see everything. You have to watch the movie The Big Short. And you're going to have to watch it twice. Please, this weekend, watch the movie if you didn't watch it. I'm telling you, you're going to be like, wow. And you know what it's all about? It's about guys like you and I, us traders, us women out there trading. It's everything what happened, how the market system failed, and how people like you and I, and why we're in the business, why we did so well. So anyway, let's go to the market and see what's happening. Anyway, that AMLX, it's the second right now. You can see it's kind of teeter-tottering right here because it did its 9 o'clock move. I'm just looking over here on level 4. That big iceberg order is still out there at 13, which is right around here. I'll show you for some of you logged in late right now. He's right there. So we got that big iceberg order. I'm going to zoom up a little bit. Not really seeing anything up a little bit higher, but you got some resistance levels. Not a lot. Now let me tell you, when I see something like this, we all know you being part of the cyber group room, and this is what we talk about how we teach you. Tier size are very small. There's not a lot of big orders. It's probably a category 4. If you're not one of the $500,000 day traders, you probably want to stay away from it. But don't worry, there are other stocks out there. So let's go through the watch list. EFOI. I found this stock early this morning, and then all of a sudden, a big iceberg order just showed up at 42. You could see him right here. You could see right there. He kind of pushed down the stock. It kind of flat right now. It's trading about 4 million shares. Nice level 1 stock. I kind of like it. I'm still going to keep an eye on it because if you're a beginner trader, you know, listen, sometimes it's not an A list. This one's going to go on the B list. But sometimes we see these things, they just pop from nowhere. So we got the SOFA, we got the I'm going to put the AMLX on the B list too, just to let you know, because it is a little pretty too fast for some of us. As I'm working through the big percentage gainers, listen, a lot of you here, just let you know, I don't have a crystal ball. The only crystal ball I have is I'm following the money and seeing where the orders are. But we have to know what's tradable and not. We're starting to get down to the big 7s, the 8s, the 9%. Not really that much going on. So let's go hop over on the losers. Any good bottom fishing? No. Lowest one, 17%. Not seeing a trend out there. NVAX, another vaccine stock, crushed. $350 stock down to 50. Listen, I guess nobody really cares about that one anymore. Other than that, I'm not really seeing anything on the NASDAQ. Hopping over here in the New York. MGLD, Marigold, cheap stock up 24%, 2.7 million. Pre-market trading, it looks like it's trending lower. Not really a big fan of it. SRLP, nice little gap up. Not really going on. Chang, we traded this stock a few times. $120 stock. My God, the thing is down to $16. $16. So when I see this, okay, and some of you out there are telling me and looking at it, well, the Dow's really not, you know, down that much. When you look at that means if the Dow was at 40,000, that means the Dow right now is trading at 6,000. Okay, that's how bad this stock got hammered. All right. But it's on the big percentage gainer list. It's been pushing up. Tier size a little bit small, but we're at 4%. I'm not really a big fan. Not seeing anything more on New York. You know, NASDAQ always has more action than in New York, more volatility, everything else. Other than that, that's it. That's it. It's not a very big list. Why is not a big list? It's Friday. We did really well last Friday, and I told you last Friday would have been good. You know, we know Fridays are not always the greatest days to trade. But we did. You only need one. So all we need, by the way, this is a buyout. So up 39% right there, which is wow. They're still buying companies out. But that's about it. I don't really see anything anymore. NVAX, FDA. Okay. Rich just posted up the news in the Cyber Group room. I'll just post it in there for YouTube members and Facebook members, so you guys could see what that is on NVAX. So that's the news on NVAX. So 6 cases. Like pharmaceutical outrage. Actually, 1 case occurred. Oh, okay. I guess that's not too good. Well, probably coming back a little bit, but anyway, that stock got just destroyed, just got hammered. All right. Any other stocks I'm missing? I did not call out, fellow traders. Anything else? I think we pretty much got a somewhat of a decent list. A lot of bleeding going on right there. By the way, just one last thing. Twitter made a nice little pop out of nowhere around 8 a.m. I don't know if you guys saw this. Went from like 39 up. Twitter has been starting to creep up little by little by little. I know that Elon Musk is still interested in buying it. He just wants a better deal. And I think what's going to end up happening, personally, he's going to get a better price for it. And listen, when you're a shareholder and you're on the board, listen, someone wants to buy you out. I mean, let them buy you out. You know, politics, whatever it may be, is irrelevant. You know, money talks, BS walks. All right. So that's what I'm looking at right here. So he's come up with a lot. Twitter had some news. Yeah, we're going to put that on the watch list. TWTR. The only problem I think I was going to have a problem with Twitter is that Elon Musk's Tesla is not doing too well. That stock took a little bit of a nasty hit. Came back a little bit, but literally down almost 50% from its highs. I mean, 1,100 down to 600. That's pretty bad. All right, let's get back ready for trading. Cyber traders, we'll see you when the market opens up, and we'll start commentating right around there. If you're watching YouTube, Facebook Live, we will be back at 2:30. So we'll see you then. And we're always live here every morning at 9 a.m. and at 2:30. You could always do a trial, just like us, friend us, and we'll always see here. Just please share us out. But let me tell you, if you want to learn how to trade, you got to learn before you could earn, because you know we're going through some very volatile times. We see what's happening, and this is opportunities. And don't forget to watch that movie I told you, The Biggest Short. Okay. Good luck, everyone. Happy trading. We'll see you. We'll see you when the market opens up.